Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The first carry now, this is Lacy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Sanders, first carry of the game, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A give running left. It's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there out of the running game. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Watson off play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Second and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty now, Lacey. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Being chased out left. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hoffman, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding room to the 20. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight. forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On second down now, it's Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Watson. He's got Smith here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, it's Sanders.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Another run here with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Hoffman.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
4 yards remain for second down.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
On first down, Hoffman. He'll set up the screen to Lacy.
Oh, he gets free left side.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. It's caught. Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
On third down, here's Lacey. And he is out of bounds here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking here for Smith downfield.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Hoffman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to be sacked in the end zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and eat some clock with Lacey. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Lacey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road.